Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Teres products, and I'm back here with Whitney. We just demonstrated some release techniques for the corner of the low back, namely the quadratus lumborum. Now we're going to go back a little bit lower and show you some stuff for the front side of the hip, looking at the hip flexors. Now this is a region that a lot of people are going to run into some problems in terms of restricted movement. Because a lot of people have to sit a great portion of the day, we tend to get a little bit locked up here. So what we're going to do, as per usual, we'll take you through an assessment. So Whitney, I'll have you lie on your back on the bench here, please. And this is the modified Thomas test. So if you're doing this in the gym, a massage table would be ideal, but a weight bench would work just fine. If you are at home, you could use a couch or even the back side of a bed. Okay, so we're going to isolate the right side. Let the left leg kind of dangle. We're going to make sure that your spine is nice and flush with the bench so it's not arched. And exactly, we're going to pull that knee upward. Okay, so we want the knee at about 90 degrees and the hip at least 90 degrees. We're going to say that the right side is looking a little bit restricted. Okay, so in terms of muscles that are implicated, it may be the upper quads, the rectus femoris, it could be the TFL, the iliacus, or even the psoas. So let's drop down, we'll compare it to the left. Come on up. Good, making sure we're not losing our posture. And it looks like the left side's getting up a little bit higher, more ease of movement. Okay, so we'll go through a release technique for the right side of the hips. So come on down to the carpet here. So now we're going to utilize the contour of the Activ8r, and you're going to place it right here in that hip pocket, okay? So using the carpet, this is sort of going to be a moderate intensity release. If this is not penetrating enough, we could try it on hardwood floor or tile, or even the gym floor. And if this is too intense, we could go on the couch or on the mattress. So that's it, Winnie. I want you just to come on down and relax. Let the Activ8r sink into the tissue. So it looks like she's on the TFL right now. Good, so once we're there, breathe. 3 deep breaths. Good, one more. Now we're gonna jump a little bit lower to the top of the quads. Okay, so we'll just place that a little bit lower. Now we're gonna show you a technique where we're going to contact the tissue, we're going to lengthen it, and then we're going to shear. And again, this is a technique that's found is very successful in terms of getting the structures gliding nicely amongst each other. So we've kind of got the vastus lateralis, one of the quads. I want you to imagine you're reaching those toes out towards the wall. She's going to lengthen her leg, and then she's going to slowly shear across, very slowly. So note how we're not rolling up and down. Good. Okay, next we're going to take the tissue through its dynamic range of motion. So Whitney, come on up. Now I'm going to get you to take the towel, spike your right knee on top of that. Now you can tend to lose your balance in this position, so we always recommend utilizing a dowel or a broomstick, whatever you can find to kind of hang on to. So there you go. For the first movement, we're going to make sure that her spine is in a neutral position. Now it's a small movement. You're going to shift your weight forward. 1 second forward, getting an opening effect through the front side, turning on the glutes in the back side, and we'll do 3. Breathe into the stretch, breathe out, and 1 more. There we go. Now we'll try a different one. I would like you to grab your laces. So pull that leg up. Notice how she switched hands so that she could utilize the right hand. Good, and the exact same thing. So this will target a little bit lower. The last one was getting more of the hip flexors. Now we're going to isolate a little bit lower and get the quads. So shift forward, not losing the angle of her low back. 2, last one. Good. Now place that foot down. This time she's going to externally rotate the outside leg. So turn just a little bit. Make sure you're supporting your weight with the dowel, and now take that right arm and reach up and over. Good, 1 second, over and back. So with this one, you're gonna feel a really deep stretching sensation, and this is one way that we know we can kind of release to the psoas. It's a very deep muscle that some people try to target with release, but unfortunately it's buried under so many layers, so many structures that we can't actually access it. So this is one way to release the psoas major. Good, so let's retest the right hip. So come on your back. Back into that modified Thomas position. So the left leg is just sort of dangling, relaxed off the edge, ensuring her posture is neutral, the low back is flat. She's pulling that right knee up into her chest. And fantastic, it looks like there's more ease of motion. She's certainly getting higher. Let's compare it to the left. The leg is dangling, so there's no sort of outward rotation off this side. The back is flat. Great, and it looks like they've evened right out. So there you have it. Those are the mobilizations for the hip flexors on the front side of the hip. And next off, we're gonna go towards the back side and show you some techniques for the deep hip rotators.